Drama sensation Catherine Jenkins has revealed that she turned down a whopping £1 million to pose nude for Playboy because she was worried her mother would be disappointed in her. She obviously cares a lot about her mother's opinion, but are we the same? And how has your mum influenced you over the years, Jane? your decision-making process, as it were.
Well, I used to live with my mother. I don't know if and yeah, I hadn't realised just how much my mother's influence did sort of guide my life. I say guide because it was, you know, 99% always correct, and I'm glad that I did have that influence. But it got to the point where it was blurred because I thought I was the same as her, and it wasn't. It was just my mother's... Sorry, Mother, I'm giving you it today, love. But now that I've sort of stepped back a little bit, I have sort of thought, oh, well, I don't think that, you know, so maybe it's... I'm really glad I've had the guidance because I think without my parents' guidance, I could have well gone off the rails.
Well, you lived with your mum until, what, late last year?
Yeah.
Do you wish you'd done it earlier?
Well, being 31 now, I think I should... Go clap! I think I maybe should start growing up a little bit. I have been very dependent on my mother.
Did you go to her for all forms of advice, like, you know, boyfriends?
Yeah, everything.
So you wanted her approval about everything? Really?
Absolutely everything. And I did everything for my mother's approval, I'll be honest. And I still do. I still do. If she's not happy with something, I will definitely give it a second thought and think, well, if your mum don't like it, then there's definitely some reason why I shouldn't do it.
I can sort of see where you're coming from, because with me and my mum, she obviously set all the boundaries for me in my life, you know, subconsciously. But, I mean, the whole thing of what Catherine's doing, I'm not sure I'd do that, but I did do a shoot where I had knout on.
Really?
Yeah, just a bit of jewellery, pair of shoes, and that was me. And I did think to myself, I wonder if Mum's going to like this. I thought, no, she will, because it was the way it was done. It was tasteful, it was lovely. No, I just went off and did it.
Good.
She just seen the pictures and she was like, oh, that's lovely. Oh, yes, it's nice. So I was like... The thing is, I think with me, we're so similar, me and my mum, that the boundaries that I set for myself are actually the boundaries that my mum set for me a long time ago. So I guess I kind of know where she's coming from anyway. It's what I think. So.
Is there any areas where you do disagree, your mother and yourself?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah?
All the time.
So it's quite healthy?
Oh, yeah. I do think it's a good thing to have your own sense of what you think, what you believe. You know.
Was your mum worried about you going into the music industry at all? Or?
She was, because she thought it was going to be all rock and roll and me doing very naughty things, which I didn't do. And now she's the biggest supporter. She's there with her Beverley night T-shirts, all the rest of it, which is great.
I think that's it about parents, isn't it? I don't ever feel that my mum got involved in, you know, making decisions for me or saying, oh, I don't like him or I don't like that. But I don't know, I suppose subconsciously you always want to please your parents. And I think with my mum and dad, even when they thought maybe I wasn't making the right decision, they just waited for it to kind of fall apart and then they were there for me. Do you know what I mean? But it's funny now having kids of my own, because it's really weird. I try not to be kind of interfering mom. I really don't want to be that. But they are kind of... I've noticed if Shane or Jake's got a girlfriend and I go, oh, yeah, she's lovely, I mean, her laugh drives me nuts or whatever, 3 days later, they're finished with her and I go, why? They go, well, you didn't like her laugh. And I'm frightened. Now they go, do you like her? I go, yeah, she's lovely. You know, you feel really responsible.
No, you've got to be responsible, because it is, you do listen to what your mother says.
Oh, you do.
Well, Ray said to me, if his mum hadn't have liked me, that would have been it. He wouldn't have gone with me. I'm gutted now. I should have been more horrible today.
And Coleen, you know, obviously your parents aren't with you now. Your mother isn't around. Do you still live by their rules, as it were? Can you still feel her presence and think, oh, no, Mum wouldn't like it, even though, you know, she's not here to tell you off anymore?
Well, it's not even that I think, oh, Mum wouldn't like it. I've noticed with my own kids, I now give them advice that I know my mum used to give me or my dad used to give me. So I think subconsciously you're picking up all their lessons about life and morals and things like that, you know.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, you know, £1 million is a lot to turn down, isn't it? To get you back to...
Would you have done it for £1 million?
I think for £1 million, my mother would have done it with me.
it's funny though, 'cause when my dad used to be my roadie for the first 15 years of me starting out being a singer and doing the clubs, and he saw an awful lot. I was a bit naive. I was very green. I didn't look for things. I didn't see what was going around. And my dad just sat me down one day, very grown up like, and just said, "I want you to go out there and have the best time, but just please promise me you'll never do drugs." And I've never looked at him. I've never looked at him because I've still got my dad in my head asking me as a grown-up, please just don't do that.
Well, I know when I moved away from home for the first time, you know, and went to be a student and all that sort of thing, my dad got this picture of the McLean tartan. There's like a picture you can get with it, and it's a man standing like this. And the first thing he did was he hung it up in my student digs and said, "That's me watching you." I didn't do anything.
No pressure then.
Yeah, and nothing's changed. I've got the picture.
Okay.